Say on streets.
Our streets.
Say on streets. And made it.
Right.
Made it. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Word on the beat, word on the beat, word on the beat.
Time after time after time after time after time after time after
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Bass. And y'all are tuned in to another episode of Ian's Podcast. Today, man, we're going to be talking about that money. And today's topic is really going to be about covering dividends. Yes, we're talking about the stock market, investing, but we're going to be covering over what is dividends, how you can use that as a strategy when it comes down to investing into stocks, and why would you use that as a strategy. And I'm gonna also give you access to a tool that I use. They also got a free version, but then they also, as y'all see, you can unlock all the benefits for $1. We'll get more into that on this, on today's episode. So we're gonna kick it straight off. I got my list pulled up. These are all current stocks that I'm invested into. But what we want to talk about particular, and before we even get to looking at this list, I want to talk to you about dividends. Like, what is dividends? Dividends is a sum of money paid regularly, typically quarterly, by companies to its shareholders out of its profits or reserves. So when you're investing in the stocks, a lot of times you will see, I don't know what platform you use, but a lot of times they had the dividend yield percentage, or they might also have like around the area where they have like stock price, market cap, things of that nature. So as y'all look on this watch list that we have here, shout out to finbox.com. I use them to watch my watch list and keep track of my dividends per share. So as you see, some of the companies I invested in, majority of companies I invested in, they pay out dividends. Now this is a strategy, because when you're investing for dividends, you're investing for the long haul, which means, long term. These are companies that steadily increase or have been around for a long period of time. A lot of times you would like to know their business too, so you can just get an honest understanding of when their business is changing and staying up to date. Because the one thing about this type of strategy, I'm gonna let you know the bad first. So I'm gonna tell you the bad news first. The bad news when it comes down to choosing stocks based off of dividends do change. Some companies change their payout or just take it away completely depending on how bad the market is doing. For example, Wells Fargo has a very good payout, but when the crisis had hit, they had to take that dividends also got hit. So depending on the situation, sometimes the dividends take a hit. Sometimes companies choose not to, they choose not to mess with the dividends percentages or anything of that nature, just due to, just keeping a relationship with their shareholders. But when it come down to like just building a portfolio, one of the main strategies that I went for, especially with when I started thinking about like long term, was going after companies that pay out dividends. Now the dividends, depending on the industry and the company, can be, as what you heard, quarterly, annually, or sometimes monthly. There are certain stocks like that pay out monthly, but a lot of them pay out quarterly. So in this column right here, where you see, for y'all that can't see, there's a column on Finbox that says dividends per share. So dividends per share, for example, have Apple Apple's on the top of the list. Their dividends per share is $3. That's paid out quarterly. And then with that, you can start to factor in how long it would take for you to either make your money back. But if you're not doing it to just make your money back, you're doing it to just build capital money from your dividends, then you can start, putting together a separate account. I use Robinhood. I don't know exactly what y'all may use. Everybody is, different strokes for different folks, but I currently use the Robinhood account, and it keeps you up to date with upcoming earnings, like companies that are doing it, upcoming payouts. Keeps you up to date with voting, when like you have an understanding of when you're going to be able to vote on certain key issue, like key topics that's going on within the company, things of that nature. But that just kind of going into some of the features, but going back into dividends. So